Racially charged protests are continuing to engulf U.S. cities following a grand jury decision not to indict a white police officer who shot a black teenager in August. But as newly released surveillance footage shows, that was hardly an isolated incident.
It's been 5 decades since Martin Luther King Jr. dreamt of racial equality in America. 51 years on, it seems his dream hasn't fully turned into reality. While many with the American justice system may declare that all men are created equal, their actions say otherwise. The most recent incident being the infamous case of a grand jury ruling on Monday, which cleared a white police officer in the August 9 shooting of 18-year-old African-American Michael Brown.
And I believe that he asked my son to stop. And I believe that's what he did. He stopped and he turned around to get down on his knees like the officer asked him. Respect is definitely at the core. And we deserve equal amount of respect. And we're not getting that. And that was all that we wanted, was equality for what happened to our son. And I think it's very unfair, and I'm just like, I never knew that this is how things would go. This is how things operated, that the system could fail you so much.
But that was hardly an isolated incident.
Cleveland Police, Hollinger.
This is a recording of a 911 call placed to Cleveland Police. The responder asks the same question 3 times. The suspect's skin color.
What does he look like?
He has a camouflage hat on.
Is he black or white?
He has a gray coat with black sleeves and gray pants on.
Is he black or white?
I'm sorry.
Is he black or white?
He's black.
And this is what followed. Surveillance video released on Wednesday showed police officers arriving at the scene and shooting the suspect within seconds. The suspect, a 12-year-old black boy carrying a replica gun, Tamir Rice, died in hospital on Sunday, causing further outrage among the public. Throughout the U.S., racially charged protests have continued. The demands of the protesters have brought the U.S. back to the early 1900s.
We don't get no justice.
A lot is likely to rest on the response of the federal courts to the recent developments, as well as President Barack Obama, the first black leader in the U.S., a country which prides itself on the slogan, "The land of the free."
Let's get some more perspective on that with Boston-based political analyst Daniel Patrick Welch. Mr. Welch, obviously these protests stem from more than just the shooting of Michael Brown. Really, how deeply rooted are these racial tensions?
It's at the core of the American political, social, and national identity. This is the only question that exists in the development of America today, Thanksgiving. We celebrate this mythology, which is completely fraudulent, of an indigenous population that was slaughtered to make room for colonial settlers from Europe and built with slave labor from Africa. And these tensions are so deep because we live separate lives. White people and black people in the United States are under 2 separate realities, and white people just refuse to believe that that's the case.
Now, with all that in mind, how widespread can we expect these protests against racial discrimination to get?
Well, that's anybody's guess. The problem is that it's the repressive power of the state is so enormous. You saw this Tamir shooting in Cleveland. That was not the only toy gun incident this fall in Cleveland with black men being shot by cops. John Crawford was gunned down inside a Walmart carrying a product that was sold by Walmart, which was a toy gun. And he said, it's real. It's not real. And they shot him while he was on the cell phone with his mother. It's the anger and anguish is so incredible that it's hard to believe that we can ever stop protesting until there is a full-on change in how the system is built and how it works.
So do you think that it's merely a coincidence that we're witnessing an increase in these shootings of African Americans by these white policemen as these nationwide demonstrations gain momentum?
Well, I think that it's important to make the connection. White supremacy, the subjugation of non-white people, is at the absolute epicenter of U.S. and Anglo hegemony around the world. We're going and doing drive-by shootings of brown and black children all over the globe. This is what makes it so real at home, is the same war that's going on all around the world. And we have to have some vigorous pushback against it to see some victories in this struggle, or it's going to explode.
All right, we are going to have to leave it there because we have run out of time. That is Boston-based political analyst Mr. Daniel Patrick Welch. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mary.